Hello, ITV here to make a remake of my most overrated video, Sonic the Hedgehog Alpha/Beta. So here's the first segment, the concept art. The first part of concept art we have is the very first Sonic drawing ever. The top left one is the first one ever made by Nowana Yoshino, and the text above says Mr. Needlemouth. Not very much to see here, but the next one is fascinating. It's Sonic with a design I still prefer over Boom Sonic. With only saying Hedgehog, it still is a bit cartoonish though. Up next is a Sonic and a rock band. Yeah, this was a little bit surprising to me. I don't know why though. There's also concept art of there's also concept art for the Good Doctor. Yet I can't find any more than these ones. But this first one makes him look like a bee. There's also Sonic with an upside down nose, Madonna, and very weird non-mechanical enemies, with something ripped straight out of a horror film behind him. Another Robotnik concept art is just Robotnik with different colors and more childish movement. And finally, a normal one of Robotnik with Sonic and some flickies on the left of the picture. Now more Sonic concept art. Here's here's in all his stages. Here is in all his stages of his design till 1991. There's also this. The top one is most likely concept art for the title screen, while the other two are Sonic leaning on his name or standing next to his name. Here's Sonic in some poses. Now here's Sonic and mostly Madonna. Here's Sonic next to the words "coming soon." Now finally with characters, here's Sonic on the Korean version of the box surrounded by some concept art, like in Sonic Mania. Here's some for the badniks. Now here's level design concept art. This is an unknown area, but it shows how the loops work. This one shows Scrap Brain Zone, and Sonic is going in the thing where Sonic rotates in one direction and shot out another. Now here is one showing off rolling down a hill with really fast acceleration, I gotta say. Here's one of Spring Yard Zone, and Sonic jumps and then falls into a ball. Kinda reminds me of the drop dash in Sonic Mania, like box art for the Korean game. Now here's Sonic in Scrap Brain Zone again, jumping over some fire and then goes in a tube like the one in Green Hill and Scrap Brain Zone combined. There's also an area like Green Hill Zone, assuming from the background. Sonic jumps through fire and rolling down a steep slope for speed. Now here's Sonic on the Green Hill Bridge with falling down logs, like the ones in Bridge Zone and Sonic 1 Game Gear and Master System. Here's Sonic in Starlight Zone with the damn fan and the boss gimmick where Sonic is one a is on one Sonic is on a seesaw to launch spiky balls. Here's Brainyard Zone with water. Sonic jumps out of the water like a boss. Finally, Sonic in Marble Zone, showing off two layers to go to and a rolling attack for some reason. The next part is unused sprites. The first sprite is a Robotnik monitor. People assume it's like the Sonic 2 monitor that hurts you, and that's probably what it is. Only Sonic Team knows. This next one is yellow goggles. Sonic most likely was supposed to wear these underwater to replace the air bubbles. Here's Sonic wearing them and stuff. Speaking of Sonic, here he is gasping for air, probably for the air bubbles, not to replace them. Uh, Another Sonic thing is the special thing. Special stage. 1-up. How do I know this? because if you use a level editor, you can see it works like a 1-up. But in special stage, now here's another special stage item. This is in W. No one knows what this does. Speaking of the W, here are sprites for what I think warp zones. They look pretty cool. Here's Sonic in a jumping victory pose, kinda like it in Sonic Mania, of course. Now here's Sonic running out of air, most likely used for, you guessed it, running out of air. I wish they kept that in. Here's a monitor with an S on it. It's probably like the one in Sonic CD where it makes you have the speed shoes and are invincible. Finally, here's Sonic in the strengthening pose. People think this is for a special stage or something. I think it's for the original death animation. Look at this. Finally, here's the screenshots. This first screenshot is of Sonic dying in the first version of the game. You can see it looks like the shrinking sprite. Wait, I just showed you this. Moving on, here's Sonic standing in the first Green Hill Zone. Here's Sonic next to a sign that says welcome. Now here's Sonic under and over for this next video. Greg. Here's another one of Sonic under Greg, but it's not the same picture. Also, Sonic is running with Japanese text. I'm sorry, I don't know what it says, but I will translate it on the screen about right now. Now, here's the final alpha screenshot. The early title screen. Black background. The background is black. The stars are bigger. It's a bit darker. And Sonic's eyes are longer and not as wide as the finals. Now here's the beta version of Sonic 1. More specifically, the arcade version. Here's Sonic on the Robotnik Wrecking Ball, and Sonic's pushing it. Here's Sonic in Green Hill Zone, Act 3, with the rock with the shield on it. Here's the 4 beta screenshots on the back of the Korean box art. The things from Scrap Brain Zone with purple flowers and deep bug code on the bottom left. Here's Sonic with the unused jumping sprite. Here's a more finalized title screen, but with that goddamn start button. Sonic is also a lighter blue than the final. Crap. Ending off Green Hill Zone, here's an early end of an act. What? Here's an early at the end of an act. Grammar. I thought the Marble Zone screenshot was actually part of this screenshot, but I found the ring, score, and time thing on the bottom right. Moving to Marble Zone, here's Sonic in an early area of Marble Zone, standing on this moving spike platform, and the unused one right next to it. Here's Sonic in the most beautiful version of Marble Zone, Marble, with those removed platforms that Sonic is standing on. Here's Sonic getting hit. That's it. Now moving on to Spring Yard Zone. Here's Sonic in that early version of Spring Yard Zone, just standing there. This looks pretty different. This also looks very different. What? Spring Yard used to be called Sparkling Zone. This one is different because the ring counter says ring, not rings. Should have pointed that out earlier. It also says goodbye in the background. That was it from this zone, but the next zone is way past different. Labyrinth Zone. This zone has a really different background. You can barely see it, but you can still see it. in these screenshots. Here's a mock-up. I think it was really useful for this video. Like the beta. It looks like the final, but Sparkling and Clockwork Zone are different names. Thank you for watching my first scripted video. Please like, and if you liked it that much, subscribe. Oh yeah, and there's a lot of spelling errors. Peace!